Hello here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In today's video, we'll be taking care of the last of the shrines across the Hebra region. With one exception we're saving for later, but I'll explain why later. But we're going over this way now, because we have some more stuff that's super cool and epic and awesome to take care of. So we go over this way, and a bit of a fun trick you can do with the Rizrubs over here. You can pretty much instantly defeat them if you use the right elemental thing. Which we do not. I don't know if this will work with a bomb arrow. I'm going to assume that worked with the bomb arrow. Alright, well that's pretty fun. Usually like a fire arrow will work with that too. But we didn't have that luxury at the moment. So, behind this ice wall over here is going to be our next objective. If you're high enough on the mountain, you could, in theory, glide over this. Which we're going to demonstrate because I feel like doing it that way instead. That sounds more fun. I like doing things that are more fun. Which is why I'm not doing math right now. Math is dumb. X is equal to negative b. Plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. All over 2a. Now we're going to be doing this the fun way. Whee! So, it's a little hard to see with the fog, but down there was the clump of ice that we were looking at a moment ago, and we could just glide over it. We don't need no stinking ice abilities. We're awesome people who can fly. Except we do need the ice thing right here because the thing is covering the thing. And now we're going to be melting it with the thing while I stand on the thing and talk about the thing. Did you hear about the thing that happened the other day? Oh my goodness, that thing is definitely going to correlate with this other thing that's going on. It's going to make this other thing just explode with thingness. I wrote a book. Alright. Eventually this thing is... Stop saying thing, Gator. You know what? I'm gonna catch myself when I start saying thing instead of the proper word. I'm gonna try to get better at that. That is my New Year's resolution. My New Year's resolution is to not say the word thing that much. Am I going to forget about this tomorrow? Yes, I am. You know what to do, it's one of those things. Why am I even bothering at this point? I'm just gonna make a microwave pizza at this point. A major test of strength. There are way too many of these stupid tests of strengths in this game. Like, they didn't bother me before that much. Like, yeah, I knew that there was a lot of them in the game. But going for 100% in this game, you realize there's just way too many of these things. They just pad out the number of how many shrines in this game. I'm not too fond of this. If they had a bit more variety in them, fine, whatever. Some of them have some interesting things that change, like this one having the water floor, but this is also something we've seen before. Maybe if there were like two of them coming at you at the same time, that could be interesting. But man, this goes old after a while. So, we're going to change things up a bit. We're going to change the commentary a little bit by talk about something that's super dumb and silly that I feel like talking about. I'm going to try to name every MCU movie in release order, off of memory. And it's probably not going to be that interesting of commentary, but you know what? I don't care. Also, the trick that we talked about before, where you can make the Cryonis, if you time it correctly, the Cryonis can make the Guardian Scout fly pretty high. That works here too. And also, if you're able to get it working here too, you can do the trick as well where the Frost Spear can also make them... I'm gonna show, not show. Let's do this instead. Let's actually demonstrate what I'm talking about rather than talking about it. Something pretty amusing is that using the frost weapons and things like that, if you're able to get the enemy to the corner, you can pretty much like destroy these guys. So we're gonna knock you a bit in the corner, and we're gonna keep doing that. Okay, that's not gonna work at the moment. Let's switch over to Blizzard. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. You're stuck in the corner. You are stuck in the corner. There's nothing you can do about it. Oh, okay. You're doing this now. That is fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. That is totally fine. Except not because we're gonna freeze you. Except you're not freezing. You're not freezing. Okay, that apparently doesn't work down during that. I didn't know that. Okay, let's do this instead. Whee! Spinny! Okay. During failed attempts, what I was trying to do was I tried to be silly and name every MCU movie off of memory. I'm sure I'll do that another time, but I got pretty far. The furthest I think I got was... Ow, that was my kneecap. I think the furthest that we got was Ant-Man and the Wasp. But, yeah, we'll do that eventually at some point. Maybe at some point. Or at some point. Maybe at some point. Royal Claymore. Inventory is full! Can we just do something like Animal Crossing, where like it goes into a storage thingy? Okay, I'm not gonna ever use this thing. Or the Feather Spirit. Actually, that's... They get rid of that one. Feather Spirit's kind of useless for us right now. Royal Claymore. Ooh, I'm so surprised. Skip. Yeah. That's that's kind of amusing. We do not have another fire weapon. Uh-huh. We also don't have fire arrows, so we're kind of stuck with the bomb arrows at the moment. I gotta get more fire arrows at some point. I keep forgetting to do that. But yeah, you can also use the bomb arrows to get out of here too. And you know what, that's a little bit more exciting because bomb arrows are explosive. So this is the giant thing that we saw in the previous episode in the playlist that kind of looked like a bird statue thing. Or, not a statue, just a bird. Yeah, that area. You remember it. So where am I going over this way now? So down over in this general vicinity, there should, in theory, be a lake. It's a little hard to see because it's all, you know, foggy and stuff. But trust me, you know, just trust me, bro. It's down there. There's a lake. Just... Why don't you trust me? Why don't you believe me? I worked hard on that lie. Why don't you believe it? Let's go over this way. I don't know why I was exaggerating. And let's go over here. Move on from that stupid joke that wasn't even all that funny. And down here is something we don't care about because over here is something that's even more interesting. This was the end of the advanced course for Xiaomi's shield surfing minigame that we took care of before. Towards the end of it is this area where, well, we can't see right now because there's, like, our hearts are full. But if we were damaged, then, like, and then we go into the water. Ah, it's so relaxing. Whenever I see this, it reminds me of something Mini Beanie did. One of our life goals was to go in a hot tub in the middle of a blizzard. And there's one year, I think it was like 2019 or something like that. There was like a, it wasn't that bad of a blizzard, but it was still pretty snowing, a lot harder than it usually was in this area. So it was like downpour snowing pretty hard, and she decided at that moment, you know what? I'm gonna go to the hot tub right now. And she had a picture of it, and it was pretty legendary. I don't think she stayed in there for long though, but yeah, she went into a hot tub in the middle of a blizzard. And you know what? I want to do on a hot tub in the middle of a blizzard. I want to follow my sister's example. So go down this way. The unfortunate thing about this place right here is that there aren't any treasure chests nearby, so we can't do the fancy trick. We can do the Korok Leaf thing, but we can't do the fancy trick of using magnesis to bump against the thing. Bump against the pole. Bump against the mast. That is the word that I wanted to say. Yeah. I think there's Koroks along this river, but yeah, honestly, there's not much going on over here. This area's a little lame, honestly. Again, I think there's Koroks here, but for the most part, this area isn't really all that exciting. So I believe this island over here is the one we want to go towards. Towards the end of this river, there's another pier with another boat that we can use to get on this area too. So, yeah, that's pretty fun. That's your fun fact for the day. On top of this island over here, there's gonna be some bomber rocks we can take care of. I like rocks that are bombable, because then they can explode. Take care of that, and now we can cause an updraft. And over here, there's a shiny cave of shininess with some shiny thingies that are cool, because I like shiny. And I believe, in theory, this is the area that we want to go towards. I was a little worried about going to the water because this is a cold region, so I wasn't sure if that's going to make us take damage or anything like that. It seems fine. Hi there, buddies! How you doing? How you doing? How are the wife and kids? Yay! We created orphans. Yeah, this shrine is pretty cool, and it kind of is the start of an idea that we see in the future game, where there aren't really a whole lot of underground exploration areas in this game, but this is an idea that they kind of expand upon a lot in Tears of the Kingdom. And I will say, as negative as my first playthrough was of Tears of the Kingdom, that was generally one of the coolest things in that game. To use its fitness shrine, I am Maka. In the name of the goddess I offer this trial. Steady thy heart, Maka shrine. Alright, so we're gonna need some kind of a thing we can use to burn stuff. Can this catch fire? No, it cannot. Okay, so let's do this instead. Doop. And doop. Yay! Oh, this shrine. Ah, there's lava down there. Lava is kind of neat. Alright, so what you want to do, be very, very careful. Be super duper careful. Super duper careful. Oh, that was amusing. Oh, that was so funny. Oh, that was great. Okay. Let's... What do I do? Okay, there we go. Change weapon, so we're not taking out the shield every time. Let's be unnecessarily epic. Unnecessary epicness is my calling in life. That worked too. Oh, we didn't even need to do the shield bash thing for that to work. But that's not unnecessarily epic, though. Unnecessary epicness is what makes the world go round. It's what makes you find true love. It's the reason. It's the reason. It's my reason for existence. Oh, we didn't get to be unnecessary epic. Ah, I want my mommy. Jump. I said jump. Jump. There we go. The way I said that made me think of Bingo and Bluey when whenever she's all like, "Hi." knew something was coming. I knew something was coming, and I forgot about it. That was scary and traumatizing. Okay, let's go get the treasure chest. I believe this is the only one in the shrine, if I remember correctly. Ancient car. Yippee! Ancient car. Oh, boy, is that fun. Where do I want to go? Ah, there's a corner I didn't see previously. And you know what? I'm ready for you, time. I'm ready for you this time. Yeah, you thought you could sneak up on me? You thought you could sneak up on me? You fool! You thought you could sneak up on me? In your face! I caught you, and now you will... You're... Okay, fine, leave me. See if I care. But I'm keeping the clown. Your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks to the promise of You've heard this many times already. You know, you get the drill. Just take your stupid spirit orb. Just take it. Go. Go. Shoot. Shoot. Why are you still watching this cutscene? Shoot. Skip it. The button is right there. Go ahead and skip it. Skip. Skip. May the goddess smile upon you or whatever. I'm going back to take my nap. I will say, this is a cool shrine. I do like how cool it is that it's underground and things like that. I will say, though, it is a bit of an annoying one to teleport to because when you look at the map and you forget exactly where it was, you just see, oh, it's next to the lake. That'll be easy to get to. And then you teleport here and you're underground. Brody was in the distance. Owie! What was that for? So this next shrine can be a bit of a weird one to get to. It's going to be located in this tiny little puddle over here next to where you see Hebra North Summit on the map. Hopefully that helps you figure out where we need to go for this one. But whenever you see this large stone gate, that's going to be your objective. So, the thing you're going to want to do for this, I recommend you use a Crownus on this puddle over here so we can make a little bridge for the snowball to go to. It's a similar puzzle to the one we saw before, so it's not going to be all that difficult when you're an idiot. It's not going to be that difficult one to get to, so hopefully in theory it'll be smoother riding from here. Fun fact, I didn't practice for this shrine before I started this recording session because we finished the previous ones and I was like, you know what, that's good enough. These next two are going to be a lot difficult to get to. Nope, this one took me like a half hour to get to. So yeah, we're going to be going over this way now. The kind of amusing thing was that while we were looking around the Hebra region trying to figure out where this area started, I came across two areas that I'm 99%, 8% sure have like Koroks and stuff like that, so that was an amusing thing to come across. But taking care of that is going to allow us to achieve our destiny. Yippee! Clap for joy. Now we can shield surf all the way down. And ew, check this out. This area looks so cool. Like the giant statue, like the giant, great Hebra skeleton thingy. It's not a statue, it's a skeleton. This used to be a living thing. This area just looks so awesome. Ah, this one is cool. I like this one. The garden shield ++ is badly damaged. Too successful in this shrine. I am too Quomo. I didn't have the budget to finish a proper shrine, so here's your stupid reward. Just take it already. Royal Claymore. And our inventory wasn't full for once! Yay! To Quomo, I love you. Will you be my Valentine? No. Why not? Because Valentine's was a couple days ago, you stupid idiot. But that's hurtful. You could have just said no. I know. I just like to be a jerk. May the goddess smile upon you next time you fall on your face. Haha, loser, peace out. Some amiibo may only be used once per day. Can you imagine if that was the case for Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival? That would be an interesting time. Oh, we can teleport our pony in here. That's pretty snazzy indeed. So yeah, Amiibo Festival, I want to talk about that for a moment. That's like the one Wii U game that didn't get ported to Switch that I really hoped it would. Because like, Nintendo Land, obviously that's the big one that I would have loved to have seen ported in some way. But it's also super reliant on the gamepad, so I don't know how well that would have worked in real life. One of my ideas that I had was that it would have connected some way to the Nintendo Switch Online app and use that as the gamepad. And they kind of do that with Everybody Want to Switch. I haven't played that game at the time I'm recording this video, but I've heard that game has like smartphone integration. So they probably could have done something like that, but they didn't. That made me sad. But Amiibo Festival, that one could have totally worked on Switch, and it would have been even better. I say even better as if people liked the original version. I was one of the only people who did. You have a way where, in a multiplayer setting, more players can easily access an amiibo scanner type thing. That would have been so perfect. But no. Nintendo just had to decide not to port it only because people didn't like the original. How dare they? And I know Amiibo Festival has problems and things like that. Like, one thing that... Okay, I have fond memories of the game. That's why I like the game. I don't entirely love the idea of scanning the amiibo every time you roll the dice, especially considering the fact that if you play with like a human villager person, they just press the A button. But the thing about the game was that my family and I played it like once a month for like a year straight to try to see other boards and things like that in real time. And it was a pretty fun time doing that. But I will say, don't play that game in the summer. The July and August boards are... Don't play that game in the summer. June and July are really, really boring in Amiibo Festival. Because like most of the other months in the game have like some kind of fun event going on. Like Halloween time. It is amazing in Amiibo Festival. It is so much fun. And Toy Day looks so pretty in that game. But don't ever play that game in the summer. June and July are boring as heck. August isn't too bad. It has the Fireworks Festival, but my goodness, June and July are probably the worst board game things that I've ever seen in a video game. Actually, no, that's not the case, because Mario Party 9 and 10 exist. That rhino thing did not want to move from this area. But now it's time for us to conquer the final shrine in the Hebra region. For now. Joy! Another one of these! Isn't that fun? But there's still some really great things that happened with the MCU in the past couple years. So, like Spider-Man No Way Home, that was really, really freaking awesome. Like, I remember that was like one of the one of the first big things that me and my friends did when I was working on the Disney College program. And that was like such a fun time, like a fun bonding experience with everybody. And then Deadpool and Wolverine is an also great one too. Shang-Chi was like the first movie that I saw with James Rose, Kirk Giving me Pangarm, and I'm always going to treasure that movie because of that. So there's been some great things, and I'm really hoping that going forward, like the MCU kind of like gets back its spark that it had before Endgame. So yeah, like hopefully the MCU will be fun. They've had some great movies these past couple years, but not to the degree of before Infinity War and things like that. Your triumph over Tessa strikes over the prophecy of ruin. Whoever wrote that prophecy of ruin really did not believe in you. They're kind of jerks. It's probably the Quomo guy. Also, here's a blueberry. Skip. A symbol of courage given to those who have overcome the challenges of a shrine. May the goddess smile upon you. Skip. Wow, we have only 13 shrines in the entire game. Not counting DLC, but oh my goodness. Also, a Ruby count of 1906. That's the year that an earthquake was in San Francisco. And the only reason I know that was because one of the people who worked at Pixar was working on a movie at that time frame, but then it got canceled. Alright, so there is one more thing left for us to take care of, and it is probably the most important detail in this entire game. I'm gonna try to find it. It's been a little while since I've been here, but I think it's somewhere around here. I found it. I found it. I found the greatest spot in the Zelda series of anything ever. So, something kind of funny is that there's a piece of missing geometry on this mountain right here. When they were designing this, they forgot to put the bottom of this cliff right here. I don't know what exactly happened with that, but yeah. Oh, this is amazing. If we climb on the other side of it, it's a little tricky to do, but if we climb on the other side of it, Link looks like he's just floating there. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. I love this so much. This is my favorite, one of my favorite things in this entire game. Oh, I love this so much. If you want to know exactly where it is on the map, here's where it is. The easiest place to get to it is from the Hail Mule Shrine, or whatever that's called. But I love this so much. Okay, I want to see if I can come back here with a bit more of a clear sky, because I want to get like a better screenshot for the thumbnail for this video. But wow, that was kind of impressive. But man, I love that so much. But now we're taking care of all that, with the one exception that we talked about earlier, we have now, for the most part, finished the Hebra region. We are so close to the end of this game. Oh, it feels so good. I can taste it. And it tastes like victory. Your options are ready to go next. You can go to the next video in the playlist where we'll be starting off the DLC at long last. You can also look around the Hebra region for a couple more shrines in case you chose a different option earlier in the playlist. You can also look for the Koroks in the Hebra region as well, or ignore everything and go straight to the Champion's Ballad. Thank you guys so much for watching the video of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm David here with you, and where would you like to go to next?